So whether you're looking to write some true cult black metal, or some super smooth, chilled neo-soul, Chromatic Mediants are going to be a really cool tool for you to use. They're also used in video games and film soundtracks as well, quite often. So if you're into that kind of stuff as well, then this video is going to be great for you. So in today's video, what you're going to learn is what a chromatic mediant is. I am going to show you 12 different examples of chromatic mediants, and I'll show you a few ways you can write with chromatic mediants as well. Let's break down the term chromatic mediant. So we're going to break it down into chromatic and into mediant. Chromatic basically means something that's not in the key. So if we've got the key of C, we've got C, D, E, F, G, A, B. If we play the B flat, that is not in the key. So a B flat would be a chromatic note. And the term mediant, so if we take the degrees of a scale, each degree of the scale has a different name. So C, in the key of C major, C would be our tonic, D would be our supertonic, E would be our mediant, F would be our subdominant, G would be our dominant, A would be our submediant, and B would be our leading tone. So E, if we play a chord, E minor would be our mediant chord, and A minor would be our submediant chord, and those are the two chords we're concerned with in the key of C. And we're going to be working in the key of C today. If we take the term chromatic mediants and we put these two words together, all that means is a mediant chord with one or more notes that are chromatic. So let's show you a few examples of chromatic mediants, 12 to be exact. So we're going to start with the chord C, and our mediant is E minor. So the first thing we can immediately do is we can change the third, we can raise the third and make that an E major chord. Alright, so now we've got C to E. So that has a really cool sound. Then the next one we can do is we can lower every note in the E minor chord. So we can lower the root, third and fifth to create an E flat minor chord. So if we played a C into an E flat minor, we'd have. So that's kind of a dark sound. You'd tend to find, unsurprisingly, that when we go to a minor chord, it sounds darker. When we go to a major chord, it sounds brighter. And then also what we can do is we can play an E flat major chord. So what that does, it retains the third of your E flat, of your E minor, but then lowers the root and the fifth. So if we play a C major to an E flat major, that's another option we have. And we said that A minor was our submediant chord. So we've got some options to change the A minor chord as well. So first of all, we can change that to an A major chord. And we do that by raising our third. So C to A major. Cool sound, really cool sound. Then what we can do is we can lower all the notes in our A minor chord and create an A flat minor chord. So if we play C to A flat minor, that's a nice one. And then we can also play C to A flat major, and that A flat major retains the third of the A minor, but drops down the root and the fifth. So another cool sound. Each one of these chromatic mediants has its own unique kind of sound to it. So it's worth experimenting with all the different ones and experimenting in different keys, see what you can come up with and see what works for you. Now, those are the 6 options we have from a C major chord. Now, if we go to A minor, our mediant is now C, and our submediant is now F. Okay, so we've got A minor to C, and A minor to F. Okay, so let's start off by adjusting the C chord. So first we can change the C major into a C minor. Okay, and we just do that by lowering the third, and what we have is A minor to C minor. Very dark sounding one, 2 minor chords, separated by a minor third. I mean, that is the definition of dark. Then we're gonna raise everything up, so we're going to play a C sharp major chord instead of a C major chord. So we've got that. So A minor to C sharp major. It's cool. And we can also change the C sharp major into a C sharp minor, and we do that by taking our C major, raising the root and the fifth, but keeping the third the same. So we have A minor to C sharp minor. Another dark sounding one, but not quite as dark as the A minor to C minor. Very interesting sound there. So now we have to change to the F chord, and we'll modify the F chord now. So we can change our F chord into an F minor. So we've got A minor to F minor. Yeah, that's very metal. And we did that by lowering the third. Then the next chord we have is an F sharp major chord. We've just done that by raising every note in the F major chord. So we've got A minor to F sharp major, and then we'll play an F sharp minor next. Well, we've kept the third the same from F major, but raised the root and the fifth. So that's a very interesting sound as well. Not quite as dark as the A minor to F minor. That's pretty creepy, that one. So those are 12 different examples of chromatic mediants. We've got 6 different options from a major chord and 6 different options from a minor chord. Now let's talk about how we can write with some chromatic mediants. So simply, the most common way of doing it would be to go to our 1, to our mediant, back to our 1 again. So for example, if we try the C to E1, we can play. Could do that. You could also use your chromatic mediant chords as passing chords, and I like to use that same one, the C to E, to transition into my 4 chord, which is F. So maybe if we change the key to A minor, we can play A minor, C, F, G, but we're going to play that E chromatic mediant chord just before we play the F. So really cool. Love that. And yeah, so if your next chord has a chromatic mediant chord next to it, so A flat to A, you could do that. So C doesn't quite work as well as the E to F, but I mean, it's worth experimenting with all of these and creating your own chord progressions. Also, if you want to write melodies over the top, you can quite simply just arpeggiate your chords or play the key of whatever the chord is that you're playing. So for example, if you played C again to E, C major to E major, you could play a C major scale over the C chord, and you could play an E major scale over the E chord. Yeah, you get the idea. And if we were to play to a minor chord, C major to E flat minor, you play an E flat minor scale. So yeah, so really cool sounds you can create with chromatic mediants. Probably something different than what you're used to creating with your chord progressions. So definitely experiment with those loads. If you enjoyed the video, click like. Let me know what you want to see in the comments. and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so yet, and I'll see you in the next video.